The letter from the other side. Eleanor wasn't expecting anything in the mail that morning. Bills came on Mondays, advertisements on Fridays, and her sister's postcards arrived only at Christmas. So when she found a thin white envelope resting neatly at the bottom of her mailbox, she paused. The handwriting on the front was elegant, slanted, and unmistakably familiar. Her breath caught. It was her husband's handwriting. Her husband, who had been dead for 7 years. For a long moment, Eleanor stood on the porch, staring at the envelope as if it might vanish in the morning light. Then, with trembling fingers, she opened it. Inside was a single sheet of paper. The words were written in the same steady script she had watched him use to sign birthday cards, shopping lists, and little notes he used to leave on the fridge. My dearest Ellie, if you are reading this, it means the bridge has opened. I have only a little time, but enough to send you this letter. Please go to the old oak by the lake on the night of the full moon. I will be waiting. Always yours, Samuel. Eleanor sat down hard on the porch step. The world seemed to tilt around her. She read the letter 3 times, each word pulling her deeper into confusion and wonder. Samuel had died suddenly, a heart attack at only 55. The grief had nearly swallowed her whole. For years, she had lived in silence, her home filled with memories she could neither bear to keep nor throw away. And now this. Her mind churned with explanations. A cruel prank, a forgery, or something else. Something impossible yet irresistible. That night, Eleanor hardly slept. When dawn came, she made a decision. She would go to the lake. The lake lay half a mile beyond town, where the trees thickened and the air smelled of pine. The old oak stood at its edge, massive and gnarled, its roots curling into the earth like sleeping serpents. It was where she and Samuel had first met decades ago during a summer picnic. It was where he had proposed, kneeling with a nervous smile and a ring that was too small for her finger. Now, as the night of the full moon arrived, Eleanor wrapped herself in a coat and walked there with a lantern. The moon hung high, silver light spilling across the still water. The oak loomed, unchanged by the years. At first, there was nothing. Just the sound of crickets and the occasional splash of a fish breaking the surface. She waited, clutching the lantern, her heart pounding with both dread and hope. Then the air shifted. The wind died. The forest hushed. And before her eyes, a faint shimmer appeared among the roots of the oak, a curtain of pale light, as though the world itself had developed a seam. Her breath caught. From the shimmer stepped a figure. He looked just as she remembered. Tall, kind-eyed, a little grayer at the temples than when he'd passed. His clothes were simple, a shirt and trousers, but his presence was overwhelming. "Samuel," she whispered. He smiled, and the warmth of it broke her. She fell to her knees, tears streaming. He knelt too, taking her hands in his. His touch was cool, not cold, like stone kissed by moonlight. "It's really you," Eleanor sobbed. How is this possible?" "There is a bridge," Samuel said softly. His voice was both familiar and distant, echoing slightly as though carried through water. "Not often, not for long, but sometimes on nights like this the worlds brush against each other. I could not let the chance pass." She clung to his hands. "I've missed you every day." "And I you," he murmured, pressing his forehead to hers. "But listen, Ellie, I cannot stay. The bridge will close before dawn." "Then I'll go with you," she said desperately. "Wherever you are, I'll follow." Samuel's eyes softened with sorrow. "It doesn't work that way. The living must remain where life binds them. But I needed to tell you something." He reached into his pocket and pulled out another envelope. "This letter explains what I could not before. Keep it safe. And live, Ellie. Don't let grief chain you. My world is not yours. Not yet." She shook her head. "No, I can't just go back. Not after this. Not after seeing you." The shimmer around him flickered. His form wavered, as if a breeze might scatter him. "Please," he whispered urgently. "Promise me you'll keep living. Promise me." "I promise," she stammered, though her heart rebelled. The light grew thinner. Samuel's face blurred. His fingers slipped through hers like smoke. "I love you," he said one last time. And then he was gone. The shimmer collapsed into darkness. The forest exhaled. The world was ordinary again. Eleanor remained kneeling beneath the oak, clutching the envelope to her chest, sobbing until dawn painted the sky with pale fire. Days passed before she could bring herself to open the second letter. Her hands shook as she unfolded the paper. "Ellie, I know your heart is heavy, But death is not an end, it is a doorway. On this side I walk paths of light and silence, and though I cannot cross to you freely, I am not lost. Remember me with love, not chains. Plant flowers, sing songs, share laughter. In those moments, I am near. Do not rush to find me. Life still has gifts for you, even if you cannot see them now. But when your time comes, when you cross the bridge for the final time, I will be waiting under the old oak by the lake. Always. Samuel. Eleanor pressed the letter to her lips, her tears falling onto the ink. For the first time in years, she felt something stir within her chest. Not just grief, but a strange, fragile hope. Seasons turned. Eleanor began tending her neglected garden, planting marigolds and roses, whispering Samuel's words to the soil. She volunteered at the library, read stories to children, even joined a choir at church. The loneliness never vanished, but it softened, woven into new threads of meaning. At night, when the moon was full, she sometimes walked to the oak, standing by the water's edge. She never saw the shimmer again, but she always felt him, like a presence just beyond reach, like the hush before dawn. Years later, when Eleanor's hair had gone white and her hands trembled with age, she made her final walk to the oak. The full moon hung above, silver as ever. She sat beneath the tree, the two letters in her lap, and closed her eyes. This time there was no shimmer, no sudden miracle. But she wasn't afraid. She knew the bridge would come, as Samuel had promised, and when it did, she would be ready.